Hello traders, welcome to today's update. I'll try and keep this one very short for you today. Just a quick update to go over where price is and what I am looking at over the coming few days. But ultimately, it's been a really nice move up again overnight here, another move up from Bitcoin. And this is exactly what we were looking for on Monday. Okay, we were talking about this scenario. We came into the 4-hour support. We had the EQ of the range, this local range that we were coming into. We had the value area low down here, and we were saying if this can hold, and we actually put in a really decent low on Monday. If that can hold, then we're looking for a rotation back up towards the highs, and that's exactly what we've seen. So we did have that move into the POC yesterday. Okay, so we had that rejection off of the POC yesterday, and this was also a daily end POC. So we were able to take a short position from that, but for myself, it was closing that, taking profit at VWAP, and then we actually had our 16,330 support level, the luxury special level, that was basically the low of the New York session, and since then we've just seen another massive move up. So really nice stuff, just simply trading it off of the range that we're currently in. And I'm still looking for higher on this. I'm still thinking that we have a really good opportunity now to come back up to that 17,600 level that I talk about all the time, and that is exactly what my plan has been from the start. Okay, as soon as we came down and took these lows, we had that big bounce, then we had the slow grind down into the lows, and we've not yet seen a rotation up towards the highs of the range. So I do expect this range to continue, and I would be looking for short positions up there, because we're not looking at this breaking up like significantly after that. I just think rotate back up towards the highs of the range, then look for your short positions, take things back into the midpoint, and then reassess, see where we're at then. But for now, I think this looks like a very strong move. Yes, we're at the value area high. This is not an area that you want to be overexposed into long positions, but if we can continue here, the next level for myself is coming all the way and getting that full rotation back up towards the highs of the range here. So that's kind of Bitcoin covered on the higher time frames, I guess. What we also have today to be aware of, it's the end of the month, so we've got our monthly close today. The monthly candle is going to look terrible whatever happens, so that doesn't really matter. We also have some probable volatility coming in around the New York session with Jerome Powell speaking, and some jobs reports and that kind of thing. But again, Bitcoin and crypto are moving independently of legacy markets right now, which is good. That's healthy. And yeah, if I do have a look at the legacy markets, they're like literally doing nothing. So yeah, we can just trade Bitcoin and ETH and the altcoins on their own merit at the moment. So yeah, that's the higher time frames here. If we do take things down into the lower time frames, what I'm looking at currently is for us to form a bit of a range here. So we'd had that move down. This is actually a lot cleaner on ETH. We never quite came and took the lows, but what I was looking at is that initial kind of rejection that we got the bounce, we had a deviation at the highs here. I was looking for this to come down and take the lows, and then I wanted to see price move up towards that 17k again. I'm still open to that idea. I think if we do still see resistance here, then we can still come and take the lows. But the fact that Ethereum has done that, I am basically looking at the moment as this as being quite clear. If we are to draw our fibs, and even if we put on the session volume profile, okay, so you can look up towards your value area high. We're at that POC. So if we do get a move down, what I'd be looking for is a move down to take out these stops. So lows, 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 lows. Take those out, come into that value area low, move back up, and then up towards that 17k area, which will be our golden pocket region, depending on how low this goes in the meantime. So that's mainly the main idea for myself, is looking to get a long position from these lows. I'm not looking at these single prints being filled at this stage. I think that this range can continue for a little bit longer. And what we've basically seen is all of this was quite a nice move up, and you corrected all of that impulse up that we have yesterday. We corrected that. We came down to 16,330. We had the decent bounce. We've got that continuation, and now you're getting impulsive. Now you're bringing in some real volume, and you're starting to squeeze. So you do not need to come back and fill this straight away. Absolutely not. There's no need to fill this straight away. For myself, it can continue at some point. I am very certain, well, not very certain, but I think it's highly likely that we do come back down here at some point, but not right now. So Yeah. Anything else on the Bitcoin chart that I want to cover? We took a couple of trades yesterday, so we were able to get into a nice short position yesterday, actually. This was... Where are we? We're over here. We were able to take this short position yesterday, and we took this during the trading room. So it was here. Okay, we had a move up, and I got into a short here at 16, like 525, and we were looking for this down to come down to the VWAP. Now, what we were looking at here was, first of all, this happened before the trading room started. So we had our London trading room yesterday at 9 a.m. and we were looking for a trade to take within that. So we had our MPOC. So price came up, hit the daily MPOC, then got the rejection, a little local change of market structure there, and then we were able to catch a short position, like literally right up at those highs. So it was basically taken on order flow, and we were able to get into a short on this wick here. Now, we did come up and briefly take that out later on in the day before the bigger drop, but this wasn't invalidated because the trade was looking like this. So your stop was above the high at this stage because we had good volume traps within that high. We were aiming for the VWAP to take out these lows, and then we had a second target down here, which is our special luxury level that has an 80% chance of hitting on a daily basis. That was down here, and again, where did price come into? Straight into, wicked into that, and then got an immediate reaction from there. Now I'm just going to cover this on, if I bring up the Discord very quickly, then you'll be able to see what it was that we were trading. That is Twitter, that is not Discord. That is Discord. What was open on Twitter there? Just my feed. It's okay, I'm not doxing myself or anything like that. Yesterday, okay, this was the position that we had taken. All right, so we had that short position there, and we were looking for that move down towards the VWAP. I'm also in the process of moving at the moment, so my updates are a little bit more sporadic. I'm having to trade off of my phone sometimes, but it's all well and good because we're moving up. And I think at the moment, honestly, it's just one of those times where you can be fairly relaxed in the market and allow this move to continue. Just for now, it's the time to just sit with what you have. Unless you're in a short position, you don't want to be sitting with those shorts right now. But that is that's what we're seeing. Now today, I'm not going to go over everything from today. But yes, the trade again from yesterday from luxury. Okay, so we had that 80% hit rate level that hit perfectly again yesterday. And what we've also had was, if we go over to the trading chat over here, Roynek, our newest master, our newest coach within the crew, this is something we've been looking at for a while. Okay, look at all the stops that have been building. Okay, we've taken out most of them at this stage, so we've had a really good squeeze up, and there's still more. There is still more that this can do, but for now, I think the actual squeeze that we've had has taken out all of this. And this is the main thing that we were looking at. This is what we were saying. If price can break that POC, you're going to take all of this and you're going to come up to that value area high. And then we've taken out some additional stops from up here as well. Now, all we really have left within this range is, I mean, over here. So it's kind of obvious, right? At the moment, we are still finding support on our session VWAP, so this is still looking okay. And like I say, if we do have a drop down into this level, then I would be looking for a move back up towards that value area high, towards that 16,900, 17k, and that would be quite nice for me. Maybe short positions up here. If we don't take the lows first, then certainly. If we do get a move back up to 17k, I don't think we're ready for like massively higher. We've had 3 decent pushes into the highs here. If we are to go for another one, then you've got the SFP that you can take down. But for myself, I think a good opportunity to scale in around here, look to take those lows, look to come back into the midpoint, and then you can start to curve up after that. So just continuing this range on a little bit more. On Ethereum, it's a very similar picture, right? Okay, what we have on here, we had our support at the value area low. We broke through the POC, we held above, we came into the daily level here, and now we're seeing a move up to the value area high. And again, this is a very similar range to what we have on Bitcoin. The ultimate target for this is 1,298, because that's the daily level that signifies the top of this range that we're currently in. Okay, so it's basically that one big candle that we had that big reaction off of. You're looking just to trade within that. Same with Bitcoin, trade within that. We've not yet seen a rotation up towards the highs, and I think that is very, very likely that we do get that over the next week or so. That doesn't mean it's bullish, remember, but that does mean that we are likely to see a rotation up towards those highs just to test it. Across the rest of the market, ETH this morning had a nice SFP of the lows. So this is actually what I was looking for on Bitcoin, but Ethereum did it instead. So there's your range, deviate at the top, at the bottom, back into the midpoint. And I think higher prices still on ETH look quite good. Anything here? Nothing much here. The other interesting thing that we do have on the chart is the divergence between spot and perps. So spot did a lot of selling earlier. This signifies that it's probably a good opportunity to be taking profit, but not necessarily looking for shorts. We are getting to the stage where longs, I mean, at least here we're starting to get a bit greedy. We did have that bearish divergence up at the highs, but we're building bullish divergence on spot. So they kind of cancel each other out and negate that. And I do think that this has a lot more room to go before you really start to see perps getting like properly greedy here and starting to long into resistance. We've had a little bit of that, but since then it's mainly been shaken out, and we've kind of returned back to that kind of the mean, back to normal from this. Across the legacy markets, nothing happening. So the DXY, okay, it's between support and resistance. We were looking at that at the bare minimum as being a bearish retest. We came down, took the lows, SFP at the lows, we're back into the midpoint. So is this going to be another dead cat bounce? That would be very nice for crypto and risk assets, and we roll over again. Or are we going to hold here and we're going to actually attempt to get back inside this and see a bigger move up? I am favoring this for now. So what I'm favoring is maybe like 3 pushes into these lows, and then we get that rebound that takes us back up towards 110. So that's what I'm favoring right now. Draw a wedge onto that, do whatever it is that you want, but that for me is the preferred scenario. So we start off December quite bullish, and then we start to pull back. I mean, DXY starts December quite bearish, the rest of the markets start December quite bullish, and then DXY moves up, and the rest of the markets just pull back and chill out for a little bit. Similar situation here, okay, don't need to cover that. But the S&P, we're in a range. Yeah, we're in a range where we've found support like everything else has at the value area low, and we're coming into that POC. So the S&P, the legacy markets, not doing very much. Crypto is kind of trading on its own merit right now, which is nice to see after such a long time where we just had so much correlation and boring stuff within the market, really. So I'm not going to cover any altcoins because, yeah, I want to keep this quick. As tomorrow is December, then we are going to be doing some fun stuff throughout the rest of the month. So keep your eyes peeled for that. If you would like more information on that, or you want to follow along with that, then please do go and visit toroshcrypto.com. You can join our Discord. Okay, so our Discord, by clicking the Discord guy up at the top. We've got our YouTube and our Twitter there as well, so make sure you follow along with those. And yeah, just keep your eyes peeled for further content and stuff that will be happening over the month of December. So on that note, I'm going to wrap things up. I don't want to talk anymore, so I've got stuff to do today. So I will see you all very soon. Have a great day. Cheers. Bye.